Okay, 60-second summary, let's do this. Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX with Underworld Door. Once during your turn, you may attach a Psychic Energy from your hand to one of your bench Psychic Pokemon. If you do this, you draw 2 cards. So if you have 4 Shadow Riders in play, you can accelerate 4 energy and draw 8 cards. That is absolutely insane, and Max Geist does 10 base damage plus 30 more for each Psychic Energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So if you have 10 or 11 energy in play, this thing is taking one-shots on VMAXs, but that's not always going to be the case. So you have Alcremie VMAX with Gmax Whisk. Discard any amount of energy from your Pokemon. This attack does 60 damage for each card you discarded in this way. Unfortunately, the math doesn't really work out with VMAXs, so you will have to discard about 6 energy to take a one-shot on a VMAX, but you only have to do that twice, and you basically just win the game. Well, not basically, you do win the game. And if you just have a really bad start, there's Adornment. For each of your bench Pokemon, search your deck for your Psychic Energy and attach it to that Pokemon, so Adornment is also very good. You play Cresselia, it accelerates 3 energy into play on your first turn going second, and then you play Galarian Articuno. I forget about Galarian Articuno all the time, but you can just accelerate 2 energy into play. It's great for just having a crazy turn. And then on the item and supporter side, there's nothing special. You play 14 basic Psychic, you play Fog Crystal because it's amazing, Training Court because Path to the Peak is a huge weakness, and then just your typical boss Marnie Professor's Research. The deck is amazing. I think it's the best deck in the format. Let's find out. Oh, and I would like to apologize in advance for the quality of the video and the audio. I'm trying to fix everything. Hopefully it'll be fixed in the next video. We'll find out, but I apologize in advance. And I won the coin flip, so of course I will decide to go first. And you'll notice the GX marker is still there. Oh, and this is a wonderful starting hand. And I don't even have the good Shadow Rider. I play 1 copy of the promo one. And the first game is against Decidueye. Of course it is. I feel like I should just concede out of shame right off the bat, but geez, I guess I'm just gonna go for it. This is rough. The deck does play Cresselia, the deck does play Galarian Articuno, but with this starting hand, I can't really even do anything. I'm guessing they'll grab another Rowlet, and if I had started the other Shadow Rider Calyrex V and just anything good in my hand, I could have had just a great turn 1. I could have knocked out both Rowlets, but of course that does not happen. And hello Eevee, thank you for watching the video. And I can Astral Barrage the Rowlets maybe next turn if they can't do anything. Okay, so this is good. This is good. I think I will have to ditch the research because I'm facing Decidueye. I have to be able to... I could go for Crobat, but that seems kind of unnecessary. I'll get the Shadow Rider, and unfortunately it's just going to be a pass, but I'm not too worried. Yes, Eevee, I am now an affiliate. The process took a lot longer than I thought it would. You have to set up 2-factor authorization, and that just took forever. I tried to find a way to disable ads before you watch the stream, but I didn't see an option for that. So unfortunately, it looks like ads are mandatory when you click on a stream, unless you're obviously subscribed. And of course, they just get the Decidueye without even having to evolve anybody. That is insane. Yes, I'm very happy to be an affiliate. You can start racking up channel points. I will be doing lots of giveaways through channel points in the future. So just start racking up those channel points. I have, I think, no real rewards set up right now. But those channel points will definitely come in handy in the future. And they play Path to the Peak. Even better. Well, if I can bump that Path to the Peak, I can take out 2 Rowlet. They're scooping that up, so they probably think they just got it like that, but I'm hoping to ruin their day here. So I think I just want to probably attach to the active because I have to get my abilities to be able to do anything anyways. So I think I attach to the active, evolve the benched Shadow Rider. I think this is the best way to do it. And then I just have to hope that I get my Training Court. That's it. If I get Training Court, it's pretty much game over. I did not get Training Court. It is not game over. I mean, I guess Alcremie V is a decent card to use in the future because it can heal some of the damage. But yeah, I guess I'm just going to be using Alcremie V, healing off some of the spread damage, and just trying to get... Oh, well, there goes Alcremie. But Decidueye is a very winnable matchup for this deck, especially because Decidueye is a little bit slower because there's no Rosa. And I play Cresselia. Okay, so they're not doing amazingly right now. Okay, so I think I researched the hand because I can't do anything else. Is it worth putting Cresselia down and making it a target? Because I can do 120. I think I will put Cresselia down. There's Training Court. Things are going to start happening. I'm about to knock out 2 Rowlet. This is exactly what you want this deck to be doing right now. And I probably should have thinned the deck before doing all this. So I'll get my other Shadow Rider Calyrex. I will Fog Crystal probably just for another energy. Just so I can have a crazy turn next turn. I think I'll save the Quick Ball. Alright, so Underworld Door I want to attach to this one. There's a switch, that's even better. It means I can save my energy. So I'll just switch, knock out the 2 Rowlet. And this should be happening turn 2, not turn 4. You know, the game plan with this deck is against Decidueye. Go fast, knock out their Rowlets with the Astral Barrage attack. The game plan is not start the wrong Calyrex V and nothing else. But I think I'm in a good position. I have the Cresselia on the bench. As long as I don't find another path to the peak, I should be okay, but I also have Marnie, so it's not a big deal. I ripped a switch off the prizes, even better. And come to think of it, I probably should have just hard retreated the VMAX because I have Training Court in play. But I mean, this is my first matchup with this deck post-rotation, so I can be a little rusty right now, that's for sure. So they're definitely targeting the Cresselia. I don't want to evolve quite yet. I think I want to save this guy. I think I want to just hit into... Yeah, I think I just want to hit into the Decidueye with Cresselia because they can't knock it out. They don't have any Drizzile down either, which is perfect for me. So I don't have to worry about them doing any shenanigans right now. And I'll just manually retreat that guy. Attach to the active, Training Court the energy back. So the deck is it's just flowing right now. And then I do have at least 5 energy, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. So that one is very close to getting knocked out, and so it's prevent all damage. Damage counters are not damage, so Astral Barrage can go through this, and if they bench a Rowlet for whatever reason, I can knock out a Decidueye and a Rowlet all at once. They cannot knock out my Cresselia this turn, no matter what they do. So, I mean, it's pretty much a wrap right here. And yeah, there's nothing they can really do anymore. It's unfortunately for them, it's game over. So I will just Underworld Door twice, and you're just seeing how powerful this deck is. You know, this is my very first game. I'm facing a deck that is immune to attacks from V. I should probably be losing this game, but I'm just taking a commanding lead even though, you know, things didn't even go according to plan. So it's crazy. Boom, boom. They have no attackers. They can't do anything. If they put a Rowlet on the bench, I just knock it out anyway. Yeah, and that's a victory. So it's just a quick win for the deck. There was nothing they could have done. They can let me see the deck list. There's not a whole lot that Decidueye can do against Shadow Rider Calyrex V because it just spreads those damage counters. And this is, I don't know if the video is live yet. I think that might have been the first video. I mixed up the order of my videos, but the budget decks, this is why Decidueye was not higher on the list, is because there's ways to beat it. Well, I mean, it's Rapid Strike Urshifu. This has got to be just a win, right? So I'll Fog Crystal for an Alcremie V. They're totally not going to Marnie me. I mean, because I do play... Do I play Ordinary Rod? Well, let's not take that chance. So I'll just put the Alcremie V down. I will retreat. Hopefully next turn I'll evolve into Alcremie VMAX. And I saw the results of the massive tournament last night, and Rapid Strike Urshifu was nowhere to be seen. And that's because everyone is playing Shadow Rider. This is weak to Psychic Pokemon. Yes, this deck plays Medicham and Raihan and other cards to help it out, but it is not easy out here for Rapid Strike Urshifu anymore. Especially with Alcremie. Like, I just need to discard 2 energy, and this thing's done. Okay, that's I guess I'm just going to retreat into the Sobble, but then I only have to discard 1 energy now, so I'm guaranteed to have back-to-back attacks. And if I really want to, I could Adornment. Adornment's just a great attack. For each of your bench Pokemon, search your deck for a Psychic Energy and attach it. So I'll just get another V. My opponent, I don't know. I'd like to see if Rapid Strike can win. But I am taking away their Sobble. They used their boss's orders. So I'm taking that to mean that they don't have anything else going on. So I mean, sure, they're going to evolve. They play Telescopic Sight. But without Sobbles down... Okay, well they have a Marnie. That's good. And Eevee, can you tell that it's in 1080p? Is the quality of the picture better? Because I changed the settings around, I checked a whole bunch of things. It should be able to run, oh, that's not good for them. It should be able to run at 1080p, 30 frames per second on the internet that I have. So please let me know if you notice any difference or if it's blurry or anything like that. Okay, so since I have taken prize on that Sobble, all I have to do is knock out an Urshifu VMAX and a 2-prizer. That's it. That's all I have to do to win. And they are hitting my bench. So I think best case scenario, I just attach to the active, get rid of the Marnie, get another Calyrex. I can't knock anything out with that. So I think I just get another Calyrex. You know, again, I'm not too sure of this matchup. I think just based on weakness, I should win, but they do play spread shenanigans. If I'm not careful... Wow, this is a terrible hand. I can't take a knockout. This is bad. They don't have an energy in the discard. I do. Wow, I really thought I was going to get something. So I think at this point I just Adornment. Yeah, that is a lackluster turn if I've ever seen one. Okay, well, I mean, as long as it doesn't look bad, Eevee, I'm very happy. You know, you won't believe how long I spent just messing with all the settings to try and get this right. But, you know, as long as it's not laggy and it's not blurry, that's fine with me. Okay, so what are they going to get? Pissimian doesn't really help them. Medicham is currently useless because they can't do any Inteleon shenanigans. If I'm really worried about that Medicham, I would just bosses. Okay, so they're going to Marnie me. Maybe I should have put the air balloons down, but they could trap somebody that I don't want trapped. Okay, and they attach to the benched one. So a bosses would be a good idea, but they're probably going to go for a Sobble. Yeah. Passimian means that they can knock out my Shadow Rider VMAXs. So I think the best bet is to just not do anything with the bench guys. Just leave the bench guys damaged. There we go. Perfect. I have an energy. I have 3 Shadow Riders if I want them. Absolutely perfect. All right, so let's get an energy. I will evolve this one. So the 2 damaged ones have to stay unevolved. Or I guess I could evolve one of them and I'm not in danger. But yeah, I'll grab this guy because they have to take 6 prizes. I'm down a Shadow Rider VMAX in the prizes. They cannot do a crazy turn. The only way they could do it is with Medicham, but they can only do 2, so they'd be a little bit short. Because Yoga Loop, you have to have, it only puts 2 damage counters. So I should be okay in that respect. Okay, and I will grab just another energy in case I need to draw extra cards. Evolution Incense is a dead card now, so I don't need that. Underworld Door. Training Court, Air Balloon, and another Calyrex VMAX. So if I evolve and I Air Balloon, I don't think I'm gonna lose. If I evolve this one is when I would lose the game. So if I just do this and retreat, 36, hang on, how much damage am I doing? 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, yeah. Doing more than enough. Underworld Door, back to the Alcremie. I should probably hold on to that energy and I will max Geist. Alright, let's see what you got, Urshifu. I have a bosses, that's perfect. Quick Ball can get me a Crobat if I need it and my other Shadow Rider, but again, that's a game losing scenario. And yeah, Eevee, my bitrate's holding strong. Twitch is saying the stream is excellent. I think that's good news. And have you started earning channel points? Because that's a big thing. I want to make sure people are earning channel points when they're watching, because in the future I'll be doing giveaways pretty much solely through channel points. And I'll just let people, you know, pick a pack, pick whatever I have, an ETB code. I'm going to have a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so the only way they win this is if they bosses somebody and I can't retreat them. But reset stamp is gone. So I don't think there's anything this deck can do anymore because reset stamp is gone. And you have 300 channel points. Perfect. I guess I may as well start a prediction at some point. For the next game, I'll start a prediction for you, Eevee, so you can bet your channel points, and I'll see how that all goes because I've never done that before. So I'll just do a basic prediction. Will I win? And hopefully I win. Because it looks like I have this one squared away. Gmax Rapid Flow. They can take 5 prizes all they want. I don't care. Take 5 prizes. Doesn't matter. And there you go. Rapid Strike Urshifu. You're seeing why it didn't win any tournaments recently. Or sorry, why it didn't win the biggest tournament last night. Because Shadow Rider is everywhere and it has the weakness. So 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. Let's just attach another one to be safe. Boom, done. You know, what is Rapid Strike Urshifu supposed to do in this day and age? You have big beefy Pokemon. Hey, a Vivid Voltage pack. You have big beefy Pokemon on Calyrex's side. You know, I guess maybe if I start Cresselia or Articuno, it's bad. Because they could have taken a prize early. So it's really tough to say, but I think Urshifu is on the way down. And am I facing a Pikachu VMAX deck? Because that'd be pretty oh man, if I was going first, this hand would be insane. This would be an absolutely insane turn 1. And it's Rapid Strike Urshifu again. I don't like their odds, but okay, that's a little bit disappointing. So, oh, they're playing Stone Energy. Interesting, interesting. But I can Bosses and Shadow Mist. And I guess I'm losing my Ordinary Rod. But I should probably check to see if Crobat's in the deck. If Crobat's in the deck, that's perfect. I can get an energy. I can ditch a Shadow Rider. I can Bosses. I can do a whole bunch of things. So do I want to use the Ordinary Rod right now, or do I want to save it? Do I want to Bosses right now, or do I want to save it? I think I want to Bosses right now, even though it doesn't really help me all that much, and I want to try and get another basic. Or you know, that's a thing. So I did 0 damage, but they can't play any special energy next turn, and they can't play any stadium cards. That is a great benefit of Shadow Mist, is they can't attach their Rapid Strike energy. They can't put down a Path to the Peak. So I should be okay. So they'll probably just go for a Drizzile to... Okay, maybe they don't know that I did the thing that they didn't want me to do. Because I don't know quite what their plan is. They can't use Gale Thrust for anything special right now unless they do some Switch Air Balloon shenanigans. And those would definitely help them in the long run. And they have some Switch Air Balloon shenanigans. Urshifu always has the Switch Air Balloon shenanigans, doesn't it? And maybe I should have anticipated the Marnie and gone with a third Shadow Rider. But I mean, okay, that's an interesting hand right there. So I am not in the best position, to be honest. I can do some big damage to this guy if I get the right cards. And I got all the wrong cards, that's for sure. So Cresselia going down doesn't really help me. Fog Crystal doesn't really help me. Quick Ball doesn't really help me. I guess I just grab a... I mean, I do need an energy. Wow, this is just a terrible draw here. So I think Cresselia I get rid of. I go grab a... I mean, I have an Alcremie VMAX, right? So I guess I should attach to this guy. Oh, I already did attach. Whoops. Well, let's see if they have the Switch shenanigans again, right? But I have a feeling that this matchup will end pretty poorly for me. I shouldn't have gone with that Crobat, that's for sure. I should have saved the Crobat for later in the game. I don't really... You know, I guess I was just thinking I just need a good turn 1. And I got greedy and it did not pay off. Put the Crobat up front. That's not horrible. So I think... Because I can knock this thing out if everything goes according to plan. If this is the best Underworld door ever, I can just win the game. And that's a pretty good Underworld door. So if I attach there, because I can... Oh, but Stone Energy won't matter, but I don't even have the cards I need. So I should... yeah, I guess I will do both. Whoop, don't want that in there. We want that. But I am drawing. I mean, you're seeing how poorly I'm drawing right now. This is... I had a chance to win the game. All I just needed was a way to get Crobat out of the active, and I can do 60, 120, 180, 360 minus 20 is 340, so I could have done 340 damage, knocked out a Rapid Strike Urshifu, and that would be pretty much game. Unfortunately, that's not the way the cookie crumbled, is it? So, yeah. You know, there's no back-to-back crazy wins, that's for sure. That Ice Rider game, I don't think I'm going to be repeating that success. And they have a Rapid Strike Energy on the back one. They're going to Marnie me. That is good. Won't complain about that right now, but if I could have just grabbed a Shadow Rider V, an extra one at any point, I would have been in pretty good shape. Well, I don't think I can put the Alcremie V down, that's for sure. They have Tower of Water, is probably just going to retreat into Sobble. Oh, okay, they're going for the knockout on Crobat. So which is tougher for them? All right, well, everyone is finally showing up. A little bit late for work, but you know, they're finally here. And that's the comeback potential of this deck. It can surprise you, that's for sure. So I guess I just attach. How much damage am I doing? Okay, it's 10, so 40, 70, 100, 130, 160. I would be short, and I don't have a way to accelerate more energy, so unfortunately, that's what I have to do. So for next turn, I'm in pretty good shape. Get another Shadow Rider Calyrex V. So if they have a subpar turn, I can still win. I guess I just get rid of the 3 on the benched one, because if this Alcremie gets knocked out, I lose anyway. But I can win if it doesn't get knocked out, I guess. You know, I guess it's my win condition. Because they might, you know, I might not be able to find a switch or an air balloon. So keeping the energy here means I can try and go for a bosses and then a knockout on this guy and just win the game. And I think Alcremie is the best card to do that with. But they don't have a way to take any prizes right now. And this guy just has 2 stone energy on it. So I don't think there's a way they can win, actually. Like I was really worried for a second there, but this is not Ice Rider. This doesn't have the potential to do 250 damage. It can do... Oh, well, okay, that's a bit annoying. But the only damage they can do this turn is with their VMAX. And if they do anything with their VMAX, if they put this thing in the active, that would be just disastrous for them. That is a disastrous turn. Okay, so Fog Crystal. I will Training Court. I will save the Training Court. I will just get a Galarian Articuno. I think, sequencing wise, I think it makes more sense to accelerate the energy now. And then attach. Yeah, because then I have Articuno, and that's 2. So perfect. Would you look at that? Gmax Whisk, just 2 knockouts, Rapid Strike Urshifu, eat your heart out. 680 damage in a game that I had a rough start. You know, I've had some rough starts with this deck already in 4 games, and I just keep finding ways to win. This deck is awesome. Rapid Strike Urshifu, it's been rough. I've won both my games against it, so it's definitely fallen, that's for sure. But that was another great win for Alcremie VMAX. Let's go to another game, and maybe I can make it 5 wins in a row. And that's a win. I think you go first, just because if you get enough Shadow Riders down... Okay, looks like I'm getting some Alcremies down. Yeah, I guess I just put all my Alcremies down. Burn the Evolution Incense? That seems like a bad idea. Okay, here we go. Oh, geez. I guess it's Dragapult. I don't really want to have Crobat as a target on the bench. But I also don't have any energy, and an energy attachment to the active would be insane right now. So I think I just burn that one, get a VMAX, draw 3 cards, and just hope that I get literally anything. Anything decent. Fog Crystal, I will take it. I'll grab an energy, attach it to the active, and I don't think I'm in a bad position. I won't be able to do a ton of damage to the Dragapult VMAX, but I can use a Dorn. Okay, well, there's Path to the Peak. That's not as great. And they're just doing 30 damage, and they have Tool Jammer. So we're gonna go real hard on them right here. So evolve. There's no way they win this. I'm guaranteeing a victory here. And they already have an energy on the active. They have the Horror Psyche energy. I can't knock it out. Maximum I can do is 180. So I think I just honestly knock out a Sobble. They didn't do anything. Actually, I can't knock out the Sobble without sacrificing my long-term game. I think I'll just do that. I think I will just Gmax Whisk to the active and then Adornment if I have to. Doesn't look like I have to. Do I have an energy in the discard? I do not. Go to another Shadow Rider Calyrex V. So this is perfect. This is exactly how you draw it up. Your opponent doesn't play a supporter. Yes, they Path to the Peak, which is a little bit annoying, but I guess I could have used Galarian Articuno there. But I always forget about Galarian Articuno. I mean, no one remembers about Galarian Articuno. That just puts 2 energy into play. You know, it helped me win the game last game, but I mean, who even remembers that it's a thing, right? So I think I honestly just Adornment, because they are playing Path to the Peak. They're playing Tool Jammer. I can't take a knockout. I don't want to take damage. The Crobat probably shouldn't get an energy, but let's put an energy on the Crobat anyway. Why leave the Crobat out of the fun, right? Okay, so they have the Drizzile. They'll be able to get themselves out of this tough spot that they're in. Okay, so I guess they top deck a supporter? That would be my guess. Yeah, so they have Marnie. This is why I used Adornment instead of Gmax Whisk. There's the Path to the Peak. This is exactly what I expected to happen. You know, when you can see the future like I can, you can plan these things out. And I have boss's orders. I can't research because I don't want to lose that boss's orders. And it looks like they didn't really get a great turn here. I'm going to guess that they split the energy if they have another energy, and they'll go Dragapult 1, instead of putting 2 on another. I am wondering, they have Avery. Oh man. They are teching hard for... They are teching hard for the Eternatus matchup. So I think right now, I will lose this Alcremie. I will lose Crobat. Is that what I want to do? Or do I want to save Alcremie and get rid of a Shadow Rider? So I'll definitely get an energy. I will bosses this guy and take a little bit of damage. Okay, so who am I getting rid of? That's the question here. Who should I get rid of? I can potentially be okay. I know I'm getting rid of Crobat. It's who am I getting rid of? Is it going to be Alcremie VMAX because I don't think they can do anything else? I think that is the plan. I think I just ditch my other Alcremie VMAX. So I will Gmax Whisk 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's 240. Knocked out a V, that's good. They now have a choice of either playing Raihan or Avery. Obviously, they need a Raihan. And I prize 2 Training Court. So you're seeing just how great Adornment is. For each of your bench Pokemon, search your deck for a Psychic Energy and attach it. I mean, I just did 240 with Alcremie. and I still have 5 energy on my bench, and I didn't even have abilities last turn. That is so crazy. Like, yes, I understand that they're not having the best game, but I didn't have a turn with abilities, and I could have done 540 damage on turn 3. That's nuts. There's a reason this is the best deck. You know, obviously it's not going to win every single tournament because, you know, half the players are going to be playing this deck and they all sort of just cannibalize each other. But this is just an amazing deck. Calyrex VMAX, I mean, decks are just trying to do everything to beat this one deck. And I can just knock out this Sobble, and then I just need to knock that out for game. And abilities are back online. I think I just put that there. I will Training Court for an energy. I mean, I think I may as well just hold the hand. I mean, is it really even worth it? Because obviously the Training Court is going to be important. But if, yeah, I was going to say, they can't really do anything. You know, they would eventually have to attack with their VMAX. Can't see their deck list, unfortunately. They would eventually have to attack with their VMAX. It doesn't do enough to knock out an Alcremie. There was just nothing they could have done. So I ended up winning. So it's another great victory. I'm 5-0 with Shadow Rider. And there you have it. I played 10 games on stream with Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. It went 8-2. The 2 losses, I'd say one was due to me just playing poorly, and the other one was just a loss because my opponent got Path to the Peak to stick. But in the wins, even when I didn't make the optimal play, I still won. The deck just has such great comeback potential. Being able to just attach so much energy each turn, draw so many cards each turn, it is just insane. You know, I would maybe recommend the Pumpkaboo. I'll see if I can bring it up here. The Pumpkaboo. So with Pumpkin Pit, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may discard a stadium and play. So if your opponent puts down Path to the Peak, you put down the Pumpkaboo and get rid of it so it can reactivate your abilities. So that would definitely be something to look at. The problem with Pumpkaboo is that unlike Marshadow from the previous format, Pumpkaboo just sort of stays there. It just sits on the bench, does nothing, is a 1 prize liability, only has 60 hit points. So that's the risk and reward you have to play. You know, you do play 4 Training Court, so is Pumpkaboo worth it? I went 8-2 without Pumpkaboo. If you're playing in a tournament, I think definitely play Pumpkaboo, but if you're just on the ladder, I think it's okay to go as is. And yeah, this is pretty much the list. There's not a whole lot of tweaking. You can change a card here and there. Cresselia and Articuno. I just like having them. You could up the Crobat. But yeah, this is pretty much the list you're going to see. Maybe a few variations out there. Alcremie VMAX is insane. Shadow Rider is insane. This is an insane deck. It costs a ton to build, but there's a reason why. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow with another video.